Like, I could steal my sister's makeup, and Juliet can play with my and then she'll spread Dijon mustard all over our until it gets too spicy. And then I could rent a steam cleaner and stains.
Lollipop Chainsaw. I wanted to use the game trailers to make this cool little intro, but I'm not gonna lie, half of these trailers is nasty, bruh.
While eating from a bowl and playing with my.
To make this part quick, I always wanted to play this game as a kid, but I couldn't because, I mean, look at it. But with the remaster now out, I feel like this is the perfect time for it. However, I don't know money. Sparking Zero took all of that from me, man. God dang. Whatever shall I do to play this game? Huh, that was easy. Before we get into the game, I want to talk about the technical difficulties that I experienced trying to get footage for this game. God damn, man, it's just been a roller coaster. I'll talk about one of the issues once I start showing my gameplay, because it's going to be very evident. However, I couldn't properly stream my PS3 to the Elgato because of a little thing called HDCP. You see, this is basically a digital content protector that prevents the unauthorized copying of audio and video content as it moves between devices. In basic terms, copyrighted content can't be streamed. There is a way to turn off the HDCP. It's quite literally simple. You just go to your settings and turn it off. However, the PS3 doesn't have that luxury. It's quite literally built in. You have to buy a HDMI splitter, connect it to the PS3, connect it to one of your monitors, and then connect it to your setup. And then possibly it should work. At first it didn't for me, I can tell you that. I was struggling for a minute trying to hook everything up together to make it work, but I couldn't. I thought all hope was lost until I found this rinky-dink HDMI to USB capture card, and it surprisingly worked. For about a couple of minutes on the audio part, but you know, video is still good. Just my clips doesn't have any audio. All this to stream on the PS3. That being said, I'm gonna speed run through 4 points that I made. Number 1, the creation of the game. Number 2, the story of like the first 2 levels. Number 3, my likes and dislikes of the game. And number 4, I'll actually save that one for later. Now that that's all out the way, we can finally ask the question, who were the crazy niggas that made this game?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna speed past this part because this video is taking a little bit too long. Lollipop Chainsaw is a collaboration between game designer Suda51 and filmmaker James Gunn. Suda, known for his crazy game directing and bizarre games. And James Gunn, I feel like he doesn't really need an introduction. Like, if you just watch movies, then you know this nigga is everywhere. In 2012, they decided to bless the block with a zombie game that was different from the others. Here we are introduced to Juliet. We peep in on her morning routine as she tells us about her family, her boyfriend. All seems good until when she arrives to school to see a zombie outbreak. I was gonna say that she was nonchalant about it, but she's very agitated.
And on my birthday too! Like I'm not already late enough! Gross! Stupid! Undead douchebags!
11 minutes of pure chaos later, and she finally meets up with her boyfriend Nick at the school grounds, only for him to get bit. The couple realize this is the end for them, the screen fades to black, and the game is over.
No, There's something we can try. It's the only chance we have to save you.
Juliet? What the fuck?
I love you too, baby!
And you and I, there's a new land.
After that, we find Nick alive with his body missing. This is the result of Juliet using voodoo magic to keep Nick alive. To finally explain why Juliet is so nonchalant about all this shit happening, she reveals that
I'm a zombie hunter.
What?
20 minutes of pure chaos later, and we meet Morikara Sensei, the person who taught Juliet these zombie, I don't know, nigga, fuck. He explains what's causing the apocalypse right now.
My research tells me that something has gone wrong on a cosmic scale.
That's a massive bummer.
That completely sucks.
I'll try to explain what's going on in this picture right here. So basically, there's 3 dimensions, hell, heaven, and then earth. Someone breached hell's dimension walls to where the toxic gas has affected the students and civilians, turning them into zombies. Yada yada, find the nigga responsible for doing this shit, and most importantly,
Kill the motherfuckers!
in about 5 minutes, this nigga gets laid out. 5 minutes of even more chaos, and then we find the nigga that's responsible for this. He proceeds to open the gates of hell even more, all while giving Morikara the beat.
Sensei!
Feeling like I'm doing a lousy job recapping, so I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. We get blasted to a new area where we have to defeat one of the pillars of evil. We slice him with the
Sharpest razor in the city!
He then spouts some incantation nonsense. Rinse and repeat, and that's mainly the 4 stages of the game, or like the boss battles. After this, a dying Morikara crawls to us and gives us a map where we select our levels to show us where the other evil pillars are at, and before his eternal rest, he gives Juliet her birthday present. And it's our first chainsaw upgrade, the Chainsaw Dash. I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to transition to gameplay. I'm gonna mainly go off the dome for this bit. I don't feel like my thoughts on gameplay should be scripted. I don't know how to perfectly say it, but I feel like the gameplay is good. It's a hack and slash, so it's just like your Devil May Cry's, your God of War, Bayonetta, anything else I can't think of at the moment, I'll possibly add it here. But yes, a fun game and the wonderful combos you can pull, man. I love pulling some of these combos off. My only gripe with the game is the upgrades that you get in later levels can't be translated in earlier levels, which now that I think about it makes sense because half of the upgrades are like Nick upgrades, and it wouldn't really make sense to have Nick already in your arsenal in like the beginning prologue level. However, it does suck that I can't chainsaw dash or use the blaster to like speed through areas. And to finally yap about the main thing I made this video about, possibly, kind of, I think. I legally bought the Japanese version of the game, thinking, oh, I can just switch out the language or like have English subtitles, until I realized I couldn't. That's why all the footage of my gameplay has just been in Japanese. I make a big deal about this part because I felt like I missed out on basically the bread and butter of the game, the writing. See, look, I didn't just bring up James Gunn as like a big name for nothing. His writing style, it's quirky. It's the quirky MCU writing. However, it's funny as hell. So basically, every piece of dialogue that Juliet and Nick were spitting back and forth at each other, I was just staring at my screen like, damn, this is possibly funny as fuck right now.
I think I just stepped in cow poop.
I know. It's like a German porn video around here.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
You don't watch porn, do you, Nick?
I mean, I've seen it, but no, never watched it on my own.
Other than that, I think we can properly wrap this up nicely.
Hold it!
I forgot to add in my favorite level on this part. To speed pass, it's the Fulty Fun Center, stage 4, I believe. I like it because of its arcade aesthetics, neon lights, and not only that, but the boss fight is easy as hell. No multiple phases, just 2 easy phases, and that's it. Now for levels that I dislike, there aren't any. However, there are segments of levels that like do drag on for me, but I'm a soldier. Anywho, on to the next part.
Seriously? Dude. The hell?
I got video. I'm gonna post this shit on YouTube.
Boy, this video took so long to make. Endless procrastination, my stubbornness to 100% the game. I'm just glad that hopefully I can get this all together and put out completely. Next video is possibly either going to be Dragon Ball or the Boondocks. Until then,
Cheers!